everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Erica. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I made this outfit. I am basically taking a piece of fabric and I'm using this scrap piece of pink fabric. It frays, so I do hem the edge of the top and the bottom. And I also ironed it flat too because it just made it easier to stitch. But you do not have to sew that part. You can just glue it down if you wanted to. But since we're going to add glue to it anyways, you really don't even have to do that step at all. So basically I'm taking apart this pink flower and I am taking apart the petals and I'm gluing them one by one on top of each other. But I do one less on each round, if that makes any kind of sense. And then I'm just going to take it and glue it to the bottom of that pink top that I had made, and that is going to make my skirt a little fuller to make it a dress. And I'm using hot glue to secure it because I knew hot glue would work good for this. I don't plan on this dress lasting forever, but I think it will work. And right now I'm just going to go ahead and take more pieces of those petals and I'm going to go ahead and glue it all the way around it. Try not to glue it onto the Velcro because I do not want it to close up. I still want this dress to be removable. And then later on, I do this off camera, is I take a piece of ribbon and I glue it all the way around the flowers just so that it makes it like nice and clear, you know, like clean cut, so it doesn't look all weird. And right here I'm taking a little hydrangea flower, I believe that's what it said on the label, and I am taking it apart. I did 2 of those and I am just going to cut a slit instead of cutting off each petal. I'm just going to glue it onto the front of the cleavage of the top, and then I'm going to glue it onto the back of the top, and I'm not gluing it onto the shoulders because I don't want it on the doll. And then I did take a piece of white ribbon and I glued it all the way around the shoulders, and I glued on some buttons for details. So that was the dress. Now I'm going to make the hat, and I'm taking apart this Easter egg and I'm using the small part of the Easter egg, and I am just going to go ahead and coil some white yarn around it to kind of give it like a strawy looking hat, or at least trying to. And right here I'm just wrapping around yarn around some cardstock because the cardstock is going to be the brim of my hat. I know it's going super fast, but you guys, I don't want to bore you. But anyways, I'm just gonna go ahead and take that coiled brim and hot glue it all the way around the Easter egg. Then I'm going to make me another flower. I need a smaller flower for the hat just so it will tie in with the dress. The puppies are barking, like they don't get along. Muffin does not like Coco, okay? Coco likes to bug the hell out of her. Excuse my language. But anyways, currently they're playing. So anyways, I'm just going to take this piece of ribbon, glue it all the way around. Then I'm going to take apart these little flower thingies. There you have like the little balls and stuff on it. That's them running. And I'm going to glue on that flower that I had just made. And now they're playing. Okay, so now I'm finally back in my crafting area, so I can talk to you guys and hopefully you can hear me. But I am taking that Easter egg and I am filling the inside with some hot glue, and I'm using this pink gingham fabric to cover the inside of my basket. And right here you see me taking a piece of wire, and the wire that I'm using is actually from the flower that I used for the dress, and I'm just going to cover it in this non-slip shelving paper like thing. It's not really paper, it's like the non-slip shelving thing. I don't know what you call it, but I always use it for my baskets because it kind of looks like a basket. And I'm basically just going to wrap it all the way around the wire like hot glue. And little crafty kitty is texting me while I am doing this voiceover. Hi! So now I'm just going to go ahead and add some hot glue onto the bottom of the basket, and I'm just going to push in those little tabs of the basket into the bottom of the Easter egg, if that makes any sense. Now I'm going to go ahead and take some ribbon and add a button around it. Now I'm just going to take a Dollar Tree kitty, and I am just gonna paint it. That's basically all I did, was I painted it. I kind of wanted it to look like a tuxedo cat, but I don't know much about cats, and I was kind of just like eyeballing it. But ever since, I believe it was, who was it? It was, I forget who it was. But they just did, I feel like, who was it? Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry, I forgot who it was. She had lost her cat, and I feel so bad. Who was it? It was somebody. Oh my goodness, I feel so awful. But she lost her cat. He didn't die, or she didn't die. They just went missing, and they had gotten Ruby. That's who it was. It was Ruby. Ruby lost her cat, and she was talking about a tuxedo cat. And ever since she was talking about that cat, I kind of wanted to make like my own version of a tuxedo cat, and then I just like thought it would be really good with this dress, because the pink and the black and the white, it's just like so pretty. So that's basically what I am doing for this cat, is I'm using some plaid paints, of course, because I'm always using plaid. You know this, okay? I'm using Apple Barrel, and I believe I was using Folkart too, but I was just using the misty white, the black, I was using the bright yellow for the eyes, and then I used some hunter green, and then I used some color shift green as well, and I thought he turned out really cute. Now I'm gonna go ahead and use the same paint that I used for the cat for the shoes, except for I'm doing it in a base coat of misty white like I did for the cat, and then I'm gonna go ahead and actually baked it, because I'm like super impatient, and these are Dollar Tree shoes, and I was like, okay, if I bake it and they melt, whatever, they only costed me like nothing. So I baked it in my toaster oven on a very low temp like I do my clay, and it didn't melt. It actually dried quickly, so I was like, so giddy about it. But I basically just did like 4 layers of this white paint, because I was trying to cover up the hot pinkness of this shoe. And on the base of the shoe, on the bottom of the shoe, the sole, I actually used a territorial beige, but I did not show that. And for the pink, I believe I used like a light blush pink for the flowers to make them pop. And I thought that was really cool that these shoes actually have flowers, so it was like a flower dress to the flower shoes. So thank you all so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and